Like, subscribe, comment, share, tell your friends, all that stuff. Let's stop right there. I don't have time to waste. In my delusions too. In the universe that had just begun again, the primeval gods revealed their existence from the beginning. Although the great snake went to see them right away to ask for clarification regarding the situation, creation and destruction did not understand what he was talking about right away. I have no idea what you're talking about, so there's Brahma. Make sure this is. See, these new rules are making it hard, guys. If I can move her over here, maybe. Let's see. Uh, Massive and Cigar were created by me just a short while ago and made by Vishnu assigning them their names. You were also present, so why are you suddenly saying all this nonsense? Oh no. If all three primeval gods had reacted the same way, the great snake might really thought he was just crazy. But one of them, the primeval god Resurrection, seemed to understand what the great snake was talking about to some extent. It all seems a casual error has been fixed. Since you went back to the past while your mate had been struck by erasing existence and replaced with Massivin and Sagara, history was rewritten to eliminate errors, so that every bit of Massivin and Sagara before the point of erasing existence had no relation to your mate at all. Rama creating them from the beginning and me naming them became the truth, and that birth you witnessed became your delusion alone. It is no longer a truth in this universe. Jeez. One last God story, not my Curry Gum side story. 18 in my delusions too. This is a powerful beginning, man. Powerful. I just I got so many questions. I actually don't like Lilith here. I'm sorry guys. I like her closer to me. Wait, she gotta be near me, you know what I'm saying? Her betrothed. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Alright. That's what it's like to use the power of time. Perhaps even in the place you remember, your mate had gone back in time and rewritten history multiple times. All you know is that she had been putting forth quite some effort, but you have no idea how history has changed, do you? It's only natural since all the history before the change would have become her delusions. You've been living believing that only the history she replaced is the truth, but maybe history before that was completely different from what you remember. Your mate may not have been a good leader. Even if she did commit ill deeds, such as much as she liked, she could have just turned back time, making them into something that never happened. What? She would never do such things. Ever. Oh, sorry. Never, ever, ever, never, ever, ever, ever. That's just what you conclude judging by the information you yourself know. This world Sagara would probably also never imagine that you turned back 10 billion years because you denied her existence. Jeez. Ah, of course, this is just speculation. Looking back at the brighter possibility, your mate could have also been really good. Saying this simply serves to let you know that time is just that dangerous. In the worst case scenario, if you upturn the universe and make a mess out of it, time is the only thing that can make it as if nothing ever happened. Don't give him ideas. I'm gonna get really annoyed if that guy messes around. She was in the story. You know what? She's got one out. I'm not gonna give it to you because that's content. That's content. I'm gonna save that for myself. We wouldn't be in this mess if you hadn't used erasing existence in the first place. It is absurd to be criticized for something happening 10 billion years later. Is he getting upset? Yo, you get shook? Wait, there must have been a good reason for him to use erasing at that point. There must have been no other solution but to use it. If there's no solution, just destroy the universe. Why go through such a hassle? Maybe the intention was to try to restart the universe even by changing the time axis. According to him, we showed ourselves pretty late into that universe, so it mustn't have been a normal universe. Maybe it was an experiment before starting this universe in earnest in order to create a stable creature for the time axis. 10 billion years worth of experiments, that's insane. When we get our memories back after the end of the universe, I'm going to kill the one who planned that experiment in the first place. It must be one of you two, Brahma or Vishnu. Yo, she was talking? Oh, kid, he in the story. What are you talking about? Look at him. He's in there. Anyway, you did well in turning back time, Ananta. If it's like as you said, the time axis of this universe would have originally been your mate. A world without a time axis will be destroyed sooner or later. Right before the destruction, you turned back time and gave the universe another chance by becoming the time axis yourself. If you take good care of it, you may even see the future beyond 10 billion years from now, which your mate could not achieve. Jeez. There was a lot the great snake wanted to say, but after leaving from where the three primeval gods were, he sought out resurrection when he was on his own. Wasn't that the kind of situation you were aiming for, huh? It it was you who taught me the time ability. It was Vishnu. It was Vishnu. It was Vishnu. It was Vishnu. Cali. Nah, bro. I knew it was Vishnu. If it wasn't for you, I couldn't have turned back time. Why are you sure it was me? Oh shoot, he's not. Never mind. I got now. Press X to doubt. Of course, the Great Snake tried to recall the situation that day, but the only memory he had was the only memory he had of the one who taught him time was someone whose appearance deeply shrouded by a hood. He didn't even know just why he thought it was that primeval god. There are actually four primeval gods. You don't know her yet, but there's actually one more primeval god in charge of chaos. She's in another universe right now, but since we started being active here, Chaos will soon cross over too, and she will start working on destroying this place. Many problems will probably arise much earlier than in the universe you remember. You'll have to turn back time countless times to prevent them. But be careful, the time ability is not infinite. If you overdo it, you might face the same end as your mate. Please make good judgment and use it only when it's absolutely necessary. How long this universe will last is entirely up to you. This is also tying into length, the the length of the universe, not the quality of life within it, still seems to be the focus here. So that's interesting. Remember with the stuff with Kanara, when the god of Earth, Kubera, and Yama pulled up, which he took Aravada's name. Why me? Responsibility like this? I'm not suitable to hold it, even if turning back 10 billion years was ultimately a choice that saved the universe. For me, it was just a choice to get my make back. Surely there must be a being who thinks only of this universe more impartially than I do. No, there's no living being that only thinks about the universe itself. One way or another, everyone has a different motive for their actions in this universe, the other primeval gods as well, including myself, of course. I may not have any such motive anymore since I've lost my mate. Have you never thought that I might give up on the universe after losing all motivation? No, you can never. This is the universe your mate tried so hard to protect. Since you erased the history of all those efforts, shouldn't you at least make the result turn out better? What? Bro, that would be the only atonement you can make for her. Bro, not I don't like this. I don't like him. Don't talk to me, bro. What is this? Yo, beat his ass. In addition to the fact that the primeval gods of the restarted universe were active from the beginning, there were several other things that differed as well. Whether it was due to the primeval gods' activity or maybe because the universe the gray snake remembered was fake and this one real, he was confused for a while. He spent a lot of time drowning in the past that had become a delusion. Although he understood in his head that Masav and Sagara here had nothing to do with his mate, it wasn't so in his delusions. He tried to smile at them casually, but it wasn't too long before a suffocating feeling weighed on his heart. It was a feeling of guilt about his own delusions that were no longer the truth. Seeing the faces of his classmates who smiled while knowing nothing was nothing but a trigger reminding him of the painful past. Eventually, he excluded himself to avoid encountering his clansmates, made friends with few like-minded people as he wandered around. Amongst them, there were two he was especially close with. One was Aravata, Nausicaa, who, after surviving 10 billion years, had died when the universe devouring monster appeared in his delusion. The other was Yaksha, a Nausicaa who had died almost immediately in the beginning in his delusion. What should he do to create a better universe? Using the universe of delusion as a reference. Rather than worrying about the one surviving 10 billion years without any problems, it was natural to worry about the ones who would die sooner rather than later. Don't follow me around too much. I also need some alone time with my mate. Oh man. All the Gray Snake knew was that in the universe of Delusion, he actually had died early, running berserk. He didn't know why it happened. Why didn't Manasa turn back time to try to save him? If the same thing happened again, what was he supposed to do? Why he couldn't decide and pondered about whether or not to follow her choice in the delusion? The incident in question happened, so John Bavan gets. That you guys were right, bro. You guys were right. You guys knew. Somebody knew that and spoiled me. I don't care. No one tells me. Please look the other way in the panels where Brahmo talks while blowing a bubble. Shiva was a character even taller than Raltara. The mastery of smiley eyes. As Vishnu become a muscular, bulky shape when he increases apparent age. Somebody asked me, but no, if he raises his age, he would probably have similar vibes to Saha, plus 20 centimeters. To add on, Vishnu is a god who can change one's gender like Varuna, and his female form behind already appeared in season 3, 194. Something different before Gandharva Maraka of the universe. Because Gandharva and Makara from the universe and Atha members were totally different beings. We know the fate, but still, it doesn't mean that Ananta ignored Aravata's crisis. The rest I will tell you in the following blog post. That's some good content. Patreon gang, shout out to the Patreon gang, yes sir. Shout out to my certified BAM lovers. You know I appreciate y'all deeply. Gotta give a big shout out to the Priest of Fire. That's the real CBL Brilliant gang. You already know what it is, but especially gonna give a huge thank you to my tier threes, the fifth Zen Gods. Shout out to Zodiac, Sonny Katapali, Simi, Silo, Shoddy to your body, Scobe, Revenant, Lucky Roo, Lazy Dragon, Chris, Johnny Rogers, Jacob Holland, Irene Sharda, Fitz, Triss, and my boy Abdel. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you.